Okay, I think we're actually doing a thing now. Cool. I'm sorry if there are a lot of noises outside. It's raining and I live in a very busy street, so yeah. So let me introduce myself. My name is Hannah, and for what you care about, I have tattoos. I have 3 tattoos currently, and I have a lot of piercings, but that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is about one specific tattoo, my most recent tattoo, the tattoo I love the most, and that's my sternum tattoo. So let's get into some of the questions I've been asked before about my tattoo. So if you are thinking about getting this, or if you're really curious, or any other reason under the sun, you probably have an idea about what to think about coming into it and about my experiences. So, first question is always, did it hurt? Does it hurt? What was the pain like? Etc. What you'll find in most in most questions you ask people with tattoos about pain is that it's all kind of depends. It all kind of depends on the person. Where I could have thought something was 10 out of 10, super painful, another person could think that was absolutely nothing and not cared at all about the pain. But at the end of the day, all tattoos hurt. Some tattoos hurt a lot less, others hurt a lot more, but tattoos hurt. Because of the placement of a sternum tattoo being right underneath the breast, it's really painful. Because there's not a lot of fat there, or there's not a lot of kind of things to block between like bone and skin, so it really hurts. So my experience was, it wasn't a 10 out of 10, like I didn't cry, I wasn't screaming for help, but it wasn't a walk in the park either. I definitely had my hand gripping the table that I was being tattooed on, and thankfully my tattoo artist is really cool and he didn't care if I was making noises or making faces. Personally, I would probably give the sternum tattoo a 9 out of 10. Really hurt. Like, I'd probably do it again, to be fair, but it wasn't the best thing I've ever experienced. If you are a faint of heart, definitely would not recommend this tattoo. Hurts a whole lot. Where did it hurt the most? So, fun question. It definitely hurt the most right underneath my boob, and like at the sides, of course, right where the rib cages were, and then right under, like, because my tattoo goes pretty far down, so it like hurt the most right above my stomach. So the farthest down, the farthest up, and both the sides. The middle part hurt, but like it was the least painful of it all, and the shading was a walk in the park afterwards. All the line work totally sucked, and I knew that. I knew that line work sucked, but it was definitely just a nail in the coffin that I really hated the line work. And then when, after the 2.5 hours, and he was like, okay, we're getting onto shading, I was just like, thank all the heavens, thank the Lord, because I was just so ready to be done, and the shading didn't hurt at all. A question I had that I couldn't really find anywhere, because I don't have a whole bunch of tattoos, I don't really know the etiquette of what it's like to get a tattoo, basically. So I really wanted to know, should I even wear a bra to the appointment? I just straight up asked my tattoo artist. I talked to them and I was like, hey, would you want me to wear a bra, like a hard wire, like an underwire bra to the appointment, or would you rather me just come braless or wear pasties there? And he was very nice, and he was just like, oh no, you don't have to wear a bra, and you don't have to buy pasties, we have them at the shop and we can supply them to you. But I will say, when I was leaving, I definitely did not want to be wearing a bra. I didn't want anything touching it. It was so sore. I stayed there for around 3 hours to do my tattoo. So at the end of the 3-hour mark, it was so irritated, and it just like, I just wanted to breathe. Like, it was so cold out the day I got it, so I just really wanted to be like parading around the street with no shirt on, like, so I wanted like the cold air on it. So you definitely don't want something super harsh on there. You'll see when you get there, you'll realize that like having a bra on is not the most fun thing. Another really common question I've gotten is, should I wear a bra afterwards, or what can I do if I have to wear a bra? What I did was that I made the appointment on my spring break, and I made it early in my spring break, so I knew the rest of my break I wouldn't have to be wearing a bra. I could just honestly just sit at home and not do anything, which is really nice. And I really recommend it if you have that option. So if you are a college student, or if you have a break coming up, just definitely book it during a big chunk of time where you know you won't have to do anything. That's A+, it's the best you can do. But say you kind of can't do that and you need to wear a bra afterwards, like you have a job, or you have to go to school, or you have sports and you really have to wear something. The best idea that I or the best thing that I would have preferred would be a sports bra if you had to. Definitely not like a super tight, like compacting one, maybe a little bit looser one, maybe even a bralette if you could. Like, I know that some people who have bigger chests probably couldn't get away with like a really skimpy bralette like I could, but if you can, definitely do that. You will thank yourself. But if you have to, definitely a sports bra or just a bralette. I also will say, I did invest in some pasties. If you are a similar breast size to me, around an A or B, even a small C, you could probably get away with just wearing pasties, which are, if you don't know, are little stickers that kind of stick right onto your breast, and they cover up the nipple area, and they're really easy to remove at the end of the day. My recommendation, if you are removing them, just take them into the shower and then kind of wash them off, because they're like band-aids, so if you rip them off, they're kind of gonna hurt. But if you've ever had a band-aid on your hand or something like that before, you know that if you wash it, it comes off like super, super easy, and that'd be my recommendation. I actually wore a pasty to the one day I did have to work over spring break, and it was totally fine. No one even noticed. So what should I wear to the appointment? So what I wore was a giant t-shirt and a giant zip-up hoodie. So I wore like a men's large shirt like that I didn't care about, and like an XL hoodie. It really, really worked well for me. I was really happy that I didn't wear anything tighter. I really would recommend not wearing anything you care about on top if you can kind of avoid it, because I knew that when he was tattooing the top, I was kind of gripping my shirt like really, really hard, and you wouldn't want to be like gripping your shirt if you love that shirt. You don't want to get it all wrinkled and stuff, but of course it's up to you and whatever you want to do. But definitely afterwards, having something that was really loose really, really was nice. So to each their own, but I would definitely recommend getting wearing something that's really loose and you don't really care about. Having something super big that definitely wouldn't touch it at all was really nice. How do you take care of it? What's the aftercare? Above all else, follow what your tattoo artist says. But your tattoo artist might say a few things. So he or she could recommend that you don't do anything to it, you let it dry heal. Or what my tattoo artist recommended is that you put on some kind of like healing ointment almost. So what all of my tattoo artists actually have recommended to me is Aquaphor, which is really, really great, and I will show you what it looks like. So this is Aquaphor. It is advanced therapy for dry, cracked, irritated skin. It's clinically proven to restore, smooth, and heal skin. So this is a skin protectant is what it's kind of advertised as, but it feels a lot like petroleum jelly. But above all else, I had never heard of Aquaphor before I started getting tattooed, but after I started getting tattooed, it's what all of my artists have recommended to me, and I really, really like that. That's what I did. But I will say, if your tattoo is colored, I really don't like Aquaphor for that. I think my colored tattoo I dry healed it, and I think that the color stayed more vibrant for longer than if I had like applied the Aquaphor liberally for the first 2 to 3 days and then kind of every other day or once a day for the next few weeks. But above all else, do what your tattoo artist says. It doesn't matter what I say, I'm just a random person on the internet, so take everything I say with a grain of salt, and everyone's experiences are totally different. So what should I get done? Girl, I do not know. You gotta do you. You have to figure out something, especially with your tattoo artist, that you like and that you're gonna love forever, but I can't decide for you. Personally, I had inspiration from Pinterest, Instagram, people that I followed on YouTube. Specifically, I had 2 pictures, and there was one from Pinterest, and it's gonna be like right here-ish, and the other one was Andrea Russett's sternum tattoo. Once I saw the video that she put up of her sternum tattoo, I literally died for it. So I sent my tattoo artist, I found him on Instagram, I sent him the 3 photos that I liked the best, and I was like, hey, I would really love to get something like this done, but totally in your style, because I really loved his style, so I didn't want him to just recreate something entirely. I wanted him to put his own spin on something. So I asked him, and I was like, hey, can we work something out and sort of make something together? And he was like, yeah, totally. A few weeks later, he messaged me and he was like, oh, so here is the kind of the sketch I'm going for. Just tell me what you think. And I absolutely loved it. And then the rest of the time that I was waiting, because I waited like a month, 2 months to get my tattoo from the day I messaged him first to the tattoo date. And I was just so excited for the tattoo date the whole time because he made such a cool design and I was so excited for it. And if you're not absolutely thrilled and counting down the days to your tattoo, Honestly, I don't think that you should get a tattoo because you should be so excited to get one. You should be absolutely obsessed with it for the next 6 months and if not for the rest of your life. And I think it's definitely just something that you need to work out with yourself, kind of figure out what you want. Definitely Pinterest is a great place for tattoo inspiration. I never thought about that for a very long time, but really I get some of my best ideas from Pinterest and it's absolutely lovely for that kind of purpose. So my parting wisdom with the sternum tattoo. 1. Wait on this idea. Don't get it the week that you think of it. Don't get it the month you think of it. Wait, I'd say ideally 6 months, because if you still love it and are super excited about it in 6 months, then you probably will still want it in a year, 2 year, whatever. I am not really the poster child for that. I saw it and then 3 months later I got the tattoo, but sometimes when you know, and I knew. So if that's your situation, then so be it. But with all tattoos, definitely wait to get it. You will thank yourself in the long run. Because I've definitely thought of a lot of tattoos that I would have wanted the week of, even the month of, and then a year later I was like, why did I ever think that was cool? Why would I ever get that? Number 2, do not settle for a cheap artist. I get it. I paid $300 for my tattoo, and like, that's not really pocket change for me. I'm a college student. I had to save and save and save for that, and I had to tip him, and always tip your artist, by the way. Please always tip your artist. But my point is that don't settle for a cheap one, because cheap artists give cheap looking tattoos and that's on your body forever, and don't be stupid. Plus, if you might spend $100, $200 for a giant piece, but think about the thousands that it's gonna cost to cover it up if it's really bad, or even get rid of it. So 3, if you're really scared of the pain, one of 2 things. Either if you are really freaking out about the pain and you really, really don't think you can handle it, you probably shouldn't get it. I knew about the pain and I knew how much it was gonna hurt, and I still got it because I really, really wanted it. If you aren't in it to win it, you shouldn't get it. No pain, no gain, you know? Or if you're kind of stressing about the pain but you still want to get it, take an ibuprofen, like a little bit before, maybe like right before you're about to walk in. Don't take Advil or anything like that. That'll thin out your blood. Ibuprofen specifically. Ibuprofen really will thin out your blood, and it'll kind of set in once you start getting tattooed, and it'll feel a lot better. I personally didn't do this, but this was some advice that I had heard, and I thought I'd pass on to you, and maybe it can help someone out there. Number four, I believe. Bring mints and water, definitely. My tattoo artist had water for me, which was really, really nice, but I've definitely not had that. Like, I've had to pay for water, which is stupid expensive at the tattoo shop. I needed water the whole time. Like, sometimes it's okay to ask for a break and take a drink of water. It'll help you feel better, and it'll prevent you from passing out. Mints also kind of raise your blood sugar a little bit and keep you from passing out, by the way, so another little helpful tip. Well, I hope that these things I've said will help you in your endeavors, or have given you a little bit of foresight into your future. I wish you luck if you're getting a tattoo soon, or if you're thinking about a tattoo. It really hurts, but you can get through this if you really want it. And if you have any questions, definitely leave them in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer any other questions if I didn't exactly answer them in this video, and I hope you have an awesome day. Bye!